I didn't know how to analyze the charts. I always miss information and I usually wrote the wrong answer. I didn't know how to manage time. I was able to answer almost all the questions, but my vocabulary and my grammar structure was too simple, and she recommended me to WISE English. And after some consideration, I chose this place to study. And for reading, I listened to my teacher's guidance or learn vocabulary following the topics like education. Hi, my name is Như Thuỳ. I'm from Hoa Tham High School. I'm 17 years old and I have taken 5 courses from Pre IELTS to Ready Wiser class. And I start at 4.5 in IELTS, and I didn't know how to do the listening and reading test properly. But now I am able to reach 6.5 overall with 7 in both reading and listening and 6.5 in writing. The reason why I chose to learn IELTS because I want to reduce the pressure for my national high school exams. Apart from getting into university, I wanted to use IELTS as my foundation to pursue my dream and work into an international workplace with better speaking skills. I struggle with all the skills in IELTS test. With writing, I didn't know how to analyze the charts, and I didn't know what steps and what required in a writing test. And for listening, I always miss information and I usually wrote the wrong answer. In reading, I didn't know how to manage time, and it usually takes me more than 16 minutes to do the reading test. And for speaking, I was able to answer almost all the questions, but my vocabulary and my grammar structure was too simple to help me get a high score. I had a friend who is my classmate. She recently got a 7 in IELTS and she inspired me to learn IELTS. So I asked for the information where she learned it, and she recommended me to WISE English. And after some consideration, I chose this place to study. I felt that I constantly improved in my English skill. I was able to read the international news and also listen to the news from the TV in English. With my previous IELTS skills, it also gained me some confidence to get a chance to get into English Excellent Student Competition at city level. Here in WISE English, we have 2 methods, which is automatic listening and NLP. So with automatic listening, it helps me understand the concept of the listening test without too much efforts, and I can constantly improve my listening skill within a short amount of time. For NLP, it helps me remember the vocabulary better and longer, and not just understand some words, meaning I also be able to use the word, the vocab. In my experience, our skills in IELTS requires a lot of practicing. And for reading, I listen to my teacher's guidance and I have to know about the strategy to do each part of the reading test and choose which was the most efficiently ways to do each part. I will put more time to practice for the part that I'm more likely to make mistake with. For listening, I choose to listen to podcasts every day, and I listen and understand the concept rather than listen and grab keywords. For speaking, I learn vocabulary following the topics like education, students, or friends, and I speak with my teachers, I practice with my friends. For writing, it is really essential to have someone professional enough to help you with the writing. They will give you like guidance or score your test. And a small tips from me is that writing part 1, it has a lot of information for you to write. So I often put the part 1, I do the part 1 after I do the part 2 because the part 2 required more time. So when I'm done with the part 2, I have very little time to do the part 1, and that time I had to choose the key information to write into my test. The wise English teachers was really enthusiastic and friendly. I really love the staff member of Wise English because they were really helpful and they willing to answer any of my questions, and they helped me a lot on my IELTS journey. I also really enjoy watching Wise English YouTube channel because they have a lot of videos to help me with my knowledge about IELTS. So I've got my IELTS certification after my learning process as Wise English. I hope that after my sharing, you can get more motivation to learn English, and you can access Wise English social media at Facebook, Zalo, or TikTok to participate in some of our trial classes. I can do it. How about you?